Hey Vivaldi friends, it's Mr. Daniel here. I hope you had fun practicing the numbered fingerings with your family. Now, as I said to everybody else, you want to make sure that you're practicing that daily because it's important that you know which number goes with which finger when you play the piano. Mr. Daniel actually uses that daily when he plays the piano. But for video 1, for my advanced Vivaldi friends, we are going to practice value of notes. Hey everybody, we're here to learn value of notes. And I've got my trusty whiteboard over here. And let's take a look at this. Does anybody know what this is? This is a quarter. And why do I bring up a quarter? Because we are going to learn about the smallest of all notes. You know it. It is a quarter note. And a quarter note looks like this. It is a colored note with a tail. A quarter note can also have a tail going down. That's a quarter note. This is how you spell quarter. Quarter note. Smallest of all note. How many counts is a quarter note? 1 count. Next up is a half note. A half note almost looks like a quarter note. It's just not filled in. So it's a note with a tail. A half note can also have a tail going down. And how do we remember half note? You cut something in half, and how many counts is a half note? We'll come back to that. Let's first learn how to spell half note. Half note. Cut something in half. How many counts is a half note? 2 counts. Now we just learned about a half note. And a half note is 2 counts. Here is a new note. It's got a dot next to it. And because of the dot, this note is called a dotted half note. If a half note is 2 counts with a dot, the dotted half note is 3 counts. All right, the biggest of all notes, guess what? A whole note. Biggest of all notes. How does a whole note look like? Like this. It's got no tail. Let's spell whole note. It's spelled with a W, as in complete. A whole note. The biggest of all notes. How many counts is a whole note? 4. One way you can use flashcards to help your children practice value of notes. You want to start with a browser. I use Safari. You can use any browser really. And you want to start typing the different types of notes. I'm going to do all 4 with you. Let's start with whole note. And click into images and you're going to get a plethora of whole notes. Let's go with that one. View file. Alright, and then if you want to, you can enlarge it like that. And then what you want to do is do a screenshot. There you go. And there, you will have to crop it so that you don't get the other kind of corners. So this looks pretty good. And we are going to save that to photos. A quarter note. I think it's important that you are random with your order so that your kids get to learn the value of notes in different orders. This is a great quarter note. So we're going to take a screenshot of that. For iPads and iPhones, you press the power and the volume up button. Let's keep going. Let's go with, this time, a half note. Alright, here we go. Let's try the first one. That looks great. Let's go ahead with that. Let's do a screenshot. I'm going to show you again how to crop. So you click on the little icon you get here when you make a screenshot, and then you start moving the corners in. There you go. You have a nice half note. Lastly, let's go with dotted half note images. And there you go. Let's try the first one. Looks great. This is a huge dotted half note. Screenshot that. Crop it up. And save it in your photos. So now let's go to your photos, and you will have flashcards to test your kids the value of notes. So let's start with this one. What note is this? You guessed it. It's the biggest of all notes. It's a whole note. And how many counts is a whole note? Biggest of all notes is 4 counts. Let's move on. What note is this? It's filled in and it's got a tail. It's the smallest of all notes. It is a quarter note. How many counts is a quarter note? It is 1 count. Let's move on. This is a half note. You cut something in half. How many counts is a half note? 2 counts. If a half note is 2 counts, this is a dotted half note. Half note is 2 counts. Dotted half note is 3 counts. And there you have it. Flashcards to practice with your children.